Good morning and welcome to day one of Morning Mastery. My name is Jody Curtis, and during the next 5 days, we are going to be using modern tools along with ancient wisdom and practices that build on each other to release the things that no longer serve us and bring in more of what we want to create our lives and ourselves to be. So we're going to be doing simple practices that can change your life in profound ways. Body movement, simple stretching, dancing, breathing. Today we're going to be doing a little writing and journaling, so make sure you grab a notebook and a pen and a bottle of water. You might need a Kleenex to blow your nose for the breath work that we're going to be doing as well. And we're also going to be doing simple daily gratitude practices that build on each other each day, and some other positive mindset practices, affirmations, guided meditations, and as I mentioned, some ancient secret breathwork techniques for health and wellness and happiness that have been passed down for thousands of years. So what we're doing is we're creating the greatest version of the grandest vision that we have ever held about ourselves. So as we begin, we're just going to slowly turn our attention inward and begin to think about what you might like to gain out of these next 5 days for yourself, setting yourself up for success in your morning mastery. So just close your eyes and turn your attention inward, asking yourself the powerful questions of what do you hope to gain by attending these 5 days? What is it that you hope to release, to make more space inside yourself for bringing in the things that you're wanting? Just see what comes. And as you're turning your awareness inside yourself, begin to take a deep breath in through the nose. Putting your hands on your heart. We're going to be connecting deeply inside ourselves throughout these 5 days with our heart and our mind connection. Breathing into your heart center. And just intending to release what is no longer serving you. Sending this loving breath all the way into your heart and exhaling with a sigh, releasing with every exhale, feeling your breath entering your nostrils, and feeling the exhalation into and out of your heart center. There are studies to show that when we connect with our mind and heart, when we connect that line of light from our mind and heart, just for like 5 days in a row, it actually doubles the amount of immune cells that you have in your body. It actually activates and turns on your own immunity and the life force energy inside your body. So it's going to be a practice in each of these mornings that we're going to connect deeply into our heart and just feel that connection, a line of light from the head to the heart, and then breathing your breath into and out of your heart center slowly for the count of 5 on the inhale, and then hold for 5 and exhale for 5, nice and gentle. Feeling your connection to your heart center. the electrical force of your being. And now as we're connecting with our heart center, we're just giving thanks for being able to be here today and activating our highest and best self. We give thanks for all those who've come before us, the teachers, the masters, the angels, guardians, and guides. We give thanks. We give thanks. We do give thanks as we breathe deeply in and exhaling all the way out. And so one of the reasons that I decided to do the morning mastery course is when I was in meditation, I was asking myself what would be the most transformative thing that I could do for myself to make the biggest change in my life in, the simplest way. And what came to me was get a great morning routine. And I know for myself, if I get up in the morning, even if I just take 3 to 5 minutes to get centered and aligned with source energy, my whole day rolls out differently. So that's the idea, is for us to practice these different tools and techniques to begin a new habit that we can use to create the life that we desire. And so right now, let's get up, stand up, and we're just going to get into our bodies by gently moving in any way that feels best to you. So go ahead and stand up, feeling our feet on the ground, connecting to source, and just swaying our bodies however feels good to you. Your own energy. You can put your hands out and stretch your wrists in your hands if that feels good. Spread your legs apart and hang over if that feels good for you. Dance a little, get the cells activated. Feel yourself in the flow, totally grounded and centered in your own body, your own field of energy. Remembering to breathe deeply in through your nose and exhaling, going deeper into each stretch. All right. Very nice. That felt good. So we're going to take out our pen and paper right now. One of the things that has been going through my mind lately is that human beings have between 60 and 70,000 thoughts a day. And 90% of the thoughts that we think are the same thoughts we've already had before. that are based on past experience. So it's like getting up in the morning and getting our cup of coffee in our favorite cup and taking a shower and washing our hair and our body and everything in the exact same way that we do, and doing these same habit patterns over and over. Because a belief is just a thought that we think over and over again. It's created its own path in the brain. And so the same thoughts lead to the same choices, which lead to the same behaviors that create the same exact experiences. So, and those experiences create the same emotions, and then those emotions create the same thoughts again. And around we go into the cycle of recreating our past over and over again every day. So if we want to really change our being, and we really want to step into the person that we want to become, it's important to really make that decision. To decide means to cut off all other options. And so decide who we're becoming. And we need to make a very concerted effort to change our thoughts. So once we can change our thoughts and we begin to create new thoughts that support this new way of being, then we begin to shift more and more into that way of being. And once we begin to see our experiences coming into our life that are changing, then we will begin to understand, we will begin to own and know without a shadow of a doubt that we are the creator of our own reality. And so one of the things we're going to be doing over the course of the next 5 days is getting out any of these thoughts or beliefs or habit patterns that just no longer serve us, so that we can have space and more awareness to create the thoughts and behaviors and habits that we are wanting. So what we're going to do with our notebook right now is we're going to write down every habit or behavior or thought that you have that is, standing in the way of you and your dreams, of you and the person that you're wanting to become. So we're going to just spend a couple minutes doing that, writing down the thoughts, and don't think too hard about it. Just whatever's coming to mind, stream of consciousness thought, those thoughts that are getting in the way of who you're wanting to become. And play a little music here for this too. So thoughts that you think that are standing in the way of you creating all that you desire. You might want to even consider like how you speak to yourself. Think of those things that you're saying to yourself in your own head that may even be subconscious thoughts. Try to bring those into your awareness, things that run through your mind that keep you stuck in that cyclical nature of the mind. Okay, just about 30 more seconds. Okay, so next, we're going to write down the thoughts and habits and behaviors of the person you're wanting to become. So the person that is healthy and wealthy and free and happy and joyful and successful. So we're going to be practicing these new thoughts over the next few days and hopefully beyond. And what we're going to be doing is practicing the way our future feels before it actually happens, using all of our abilities that we're going to be learning. So in order to manifest a new way of being, when we already have these old neural pathways that are well worn in our brains of the way that we've always done things, we need to teach our body, show our body, and teach our body emotionally what our future feels like before it happens. So begin to think about these thoughts and habits and behaviors of this person that you want to be, and write those down. We'll take just a couple minutes to do that. Now, emotionally, some of these new habits and behaviors and thoughts will probably be opposite of the ones that are keeping you stuck and keeping you from becoming this person that you're wanting to be. And then there also might be some new thoughts that'll come to mind that healthy, happy, successful people believe about themselves. They probably believe in their own worth. They probably believe that they have all the time in the world to do what it is they're wanting to do, that source is their supply, abundance is everywhere. Habits and behaviors of the person I am becoming. So I wrote down for the thoughts standing in the way of what I desire is, I'm not good enough. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I I need more time. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared enough. I'm not, I need to lose weight. There's just so many of these thoughts that run in the unconscious mind. And so when I put down the habits and behaviors of the person I am becoming, that would be self-supportive, motivated, always enough time to do what I want. The universe supports me. Source is my supply. I am a temple of vibrant health and radiant energy. I have everything I need to attract the things that I desire. And I am the creator of my own life. And all this is true. And as we begin to clean out the thoughts that don't serve us, and we begin to recognize the truth of our being, which is that whatever the creator is, we are that in human form, we begin to create those experiences that then mirror back to us our new beliefs. So things start to synchronize. So as you're doing this heart coherence meditations over the next 5 days, where you're connecting your mind and your heart, you're activating your heart flower, the rose in your heart that is blooming open. And as you're doing this, you're activating every cell of your being. You're rewiring your mechanism, your body mechanism, for a new way of being, for the person that you're wanting to become. And it takes concerted effort. It definitely takes practice. And I always love the saying that knowing is not doing, doing is doing. And that's why it's called morning mastery, because we are in this practice of mastering our own emotions, our own mind, body, and emotions. And it really is a lifelong practice, but it begins, you have to start somewhere. So congratulations to those of us who are starting right here, right now. We're going to just take a brief pause from the writing, and we're going to do an exercise from the Siddha Veda tradition of the Vedas, the ancient texts from India, with these ancient wisdom and secrets for living. It's the science of success. There are 108 different points on the body called marma points, each one of them doing something different, basically circumventing your subconscious mind and your conscious thinking mind, and getting into your subconscious mind to help you get deeper and deeper into your awareness and to discover what it is you're really wanting out of your own life. So for this particular point on our body, it's on the right hand, the fingertip, and we're just going to touch this top kind of hard. You kind of push down 6 times. 4, 5, 6. It seems strange and it seems very simple, and it's deeply, profoundly awakening your subconscious desires. It's helping you get in touch with what it is you are really wanting in your life, because that's a good starting point, is to discover what it is that we do want. Like we just discovered some of these beliefs and habits and thoughts that maybe a successful, healthy, happy, free individual would have. Now we're going to get in touch with our own subconscious mind to determine what our soul desires actually are. Some things might arise right away, and sometimes it's a little challenging to get something to come up, but just keep practicing this. So again, it's 6 pushes on your right pointer finger, 5, 6, as you're asking yourself the question, what do I want? And as you're doing this, you're imagining a white frame around your eye, and you're just waiting and watching and to see what comes. Now you can do this for a general overview, what do I want for my entire life? What's my soul purpose kind of thing? Or you could just every day throughout the day, ask yourself, what do I want right now? What do I want right now? Get in touch with your body. You could even place your hands on your heart and ask yourself, what do I want? What do I need in this moment? What is my body asking for? Sometimes it just needs a little acknowledgement, like, I'm here, I got you. What do I want? You can tap above your eye to help, imagining that white frame. And continuing to push that point. So just experiment with this as you go along. And I made a video of several Marma points that activate different things in the body on YouTube. And I will put that link in the Eventbrite email for all of you to get. I could also put it in the chat right now. And then you can practice these different Marma points on your own. Okay. Okay, great. Did anybody like to share anything about what came up for you during this? Okay, and now we're going to just get back to writing for a couple more minutes. And what we're going to do now is we're going to write down the thoughts that we do want to activate in the brain. So this will just be quick because we kind of went over that, the behaviors and habits. And so in the form of affirmations, just write a few down, like your top 5 affirmations that would be helping you to keep becoming conscious of who you do want to be and keep staying conscious of the beliefs and thought patterns that are standing in the way of you becoming that person. So as I mentioned, when you're doing this and you're continuing to practice, observing and noticing those thoughts when they arise that do not serve you, and then turning your attention to the thoughts that do, when your life starts to move and circumstances, synchronicities and events start happening to you, there will be no doubt that it's coming from that greater mind, from that source energy, because you'll be inspired to do it over and over again as you start to prove to yourself that you are in charge and you are the only thinker in your mind. And so it is up to each one of us to get a hold of these, these well-worn patterns in our brain and create new roads that will take us toward the life and the person that we want to become. So just take a quick 2 minutes and try to write a few sentences in the form of affirmations that that you can be saying to make yourself aware of these beliefs that you're wanting to bring in. They could just be as simple as, I am whole, I am perfect, I am strong, I'm powerful, I am healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise. Or they could be longer sentences related to what you're wanting to change. As we go along practicing bringing in these new thoughts and behaviors and creating new belief systems in our body, you will notice yourself becoming like a magnet. We're cleaning out the magnet that we are in the universe. We're getting rid of the things that are magnetizing the circumstances that we do not want. And we are placing our attention on the beliefs, habits, and circumstances that we do want to create in our reality. It's like a magic power. And it works if you work it, and you're worth it. So just finishing up, we're going to do an exercise called the creative breath. It's a breathwork technique that will help bring in these things that we just determined that we're wanting. We're going to put a vision to these words that we've been writing down, and then we're going to pull this vision in and make it our own. So just sitting in a comfortable position. We're going to be breathing in through the nose. I'm going to demonstrate the creative breath. And what we do is we imagine out in front of us, like a whiteboard or like a big black screen, whatever is coming to your own imagination. Open your mind. In our imagination, we can do anything, and we are the creator of our reality. So this exercise will help bring in these manifestations that you're wanting to create. You can imagine yourself being this new individual that you're creating. Start to get a vision of what you look like. Feel yourself in the body that you're wanting. You're creating yourself brand new, like a newborn baby, choosing all of the different behaviors and thoughts and patterns that you're wanting to implement in your own life. So for the creative breath, we're getting out in front of us this screen in our mind, and we want to keep our eyes closed and our palms upward in receptivity mode. Breathing in deeply and exhaling with a sigh, letting go of anything standing in the way of our vision. And as you get this vision clear in your mind of your idealized self, or the new car you're wanting to create, or whatever it is that you're wanting to create, when you get that vision in your mind, you're going to put your hands out in front of you. And you're going to grab a hold of that vision. And as you breathe in through the nose, all the way in, you're going to pull that vision all the way back to your armpits, and then exhale with a sigh. And then we start over again. We wait until that vision is crystal clear in our mind. And when it is crystal clear, you'll reach out your hands and you'll grab a hold of it again, and you'll pull it all the way in. And then exhaling right down. So we'll do this one last time, and you can continue to do this on your own as often as you would like. Be sure that what you are creating and imagining is something that you really do want to bring into your reality. So one more time, imagine your vision. Feel it. Beyond imagining it, beyond seeing it in your mind, try to get the feeling of it. What would it feel like to be in that new body? What would it feel like to have this dream that you're creating? And once you have the feeling and the vision, put your arms out in front of you, grab a hold, and pull it all the way in. And exhaling right down. Okay, and in alignment with the breath work, we're just going to do one more breath called the balancing breath, the harmonic breath, which balances the hemispheres of your brain, helps center everything in your mind and body. Plugging the right nostril, inhaling through the left for the count of 4. And then holding that breath. Unplugging the right nostril and exhaling again for 8. Inhaling through the same nostril for 4. Holding for 16. Unplug the left, exhale 8. One more round, inhale 4. Hold for 16. Unplug and exhale 8. Last time, inhale 4. Hold for 16. And exhale for 8. Mindy, do you want to share anything about what you wrote down, or?
So I just, I don't know, I guess it's more about like, saying what I mean in a loving way, you know, like I am worthy of being heard, and I'm worthy of being respected. I also can say what I mean in a loving way, that I can listen and I can respect other people. I can give what I'm asking for in return. Like the respect I want, I can give to others. And, you know, that I can be at peace and be heard, and I can be, you know, I can be held in high esteem. I can be loving and accepting, and to myself, as well as like to give what I want, and I can be at peace. That's really my peace, you know. I am peace, and peace dwells within me.
Where's Stevie? Nice. And it's so true that when we give ourselves those things that we want, then it starts mirroring back to us from the whole universe, from everybody around us. It's so crazy because I know, you know, and knowing you and your struggles, it is like magic though, because we can never change another person. But when we do start to give ourselves what we need, and, you know, that's how this whole class came about for me, is I just was like, what do I need? I need to create a powerful morning routine where I'm actually actively every day working on letting go of these thoughts and behaviors that aren't serving me, that I know they're not. But it's just like, I always use that, that analogy of, you know, or not analogy, my experience of going to the nutritionist and not thinking she was going to say, oh, you have to stop eating that and stop drinking that and all that. She said, no, you have to add vegetables. That's it. So it's the same kind of thing as, if we just continue to practice holding in our consciousness, like as soon as we have a thought that we don't want, as soon as you have a thought that is, you know, or you hear yourself feeling like I never get my needs met, and you need to, you know, get louder or stronger to get them met, you can stop. And in that moment is a powerful moment to reprogram, to take a pause and say, I am peace, and peace dwells in me. All my needs are being met easily and effortlessly. I am respected, you know, and then it's so interesting. I just love this work because it's experimental. And when you start proving to yourself, when the universe starts reacting in a certain way, mirroring back to you your changed beliefs, then you just reinforce over and over, deeper and deeper, that this works, that and that we are the creator. So thanks for sharing that, Mindy. Let's see, so if you choose, you can have a little homework today, which is just to continue to be aware of these thoughts as they arise, just to continue to pay more attention to what it is that's coming up, and then try to switch that immediately. Like choose a new thought, choose a new thought, choose a new thought, create a new track in the brain. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing the 3 questions that are very powerful questions you can ask yourself, because the power of your life depends upon the power of your questions. The quality of your life depends upon the quality of your questions. So we're going to ask some very powerful questions to help us get even more clear on what it is that we really, really deeply want and desire in our lives, so that we have a guidepost toward attracting that. The other thing I wanted to say that would be kind of an optional homework assignment that's really helpful is to create, like, find a little notebook and create right on the front of it, my book of positive aspects. And then on each page, so you'll write like my family, myself, my work, whatever, my social life, whatever categories you're wanting to put, one on each page. And then you can add all of the things that come to mind, and just each day pull out your book and read the positive aspects that you've written for each of those categories, and then add to them as you want to. And this is an incredibly powerful exercise that I did years ago, and I forgot all about it, that will, again, help cement in these new pathways that you're creating in your mind. So Mindy, as we go, should I play some music and we'll just do a quick little 3-minute dance? Let me find something good. How about this?
From the yes, dancing is always good.
It's a story about love. A love story.
I don't know about reggae, but
music is love. It loves music. Yeah. Sing the song, brother, sing the song. Sing the song, you could never be wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been waiting for a sign. Do you hear that? Now I'm dancing to your vibe. I'm holding it forever. Like a treasure from the tree. Right from the tree. My body ain't confused no more. Do you hear that?
I don't know about reggae. What do you think?
The sky, see the spark singing on.
I mean, I love reggae, but it's gonna be
I love it. I feel tropical.
Yeah, it is tropical, isn't it? I do love reggae. It's such feel-good music.
Rastafarians do something right.
What?
The Rastafarians do something right.
Exactly.
Some good energy. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. It feels good to get in your body, you know? I get so in my head.
Be good, baby, be good. Be good like you know you should. We're rocking it together. Too good and good will follow you. A pleasure so supreme, so supreme. My body ain't confused no more. Tell you about it. I love it when I'm high, see the spark while singing on. From the sound that leads away, waiting.
Close your eyes and move and get into it. Feel your body.
Each and every day. Now I'm dancing to your vibe. Music is sweet for your dancing feet. So get up and move your feet. chanting wherever on the sea.